Welcome to another year and another episode of the Monkey Business Show. Well, things are cycle in life, and just how we started, we wanted to bring one of our favorite guests to open the year. He was unfortunately not available, so we end up here with the Slacks. What's up, dude?
Oh, fuck off! What kind of intro is that? I love the camera, man. This is an HD cam you got there.
Yeah. Dude, Happy New Year, Merry Christmas, and all those, or Happy Holidays, depends on what you celebrate. How is life with the baby and all that?
Oh, so good, guys. Let me tell you, the holidays are great. I love holidays. I love buying presents for people. It's really not stressful at all because I really value my relationship with people. I'm a fucking gamer, man. It stresses me out. I have to think about what people like, what interests them. I don't know. I'm not a social person, so the holidays stress me the F out every year. Even my friends and family, I always go and I feel like I didn't get them enough good stuff, and they're always so thankful and kind to me. It really pisses me off. Anyway, how's your year going?
Good. Try to make the microphone a little bit closer, even though we're gonna pop some ears at some point during the episode. Yeah. I was going to say, my advice for you for presents is probably I just buy people things that I like. But yeah, at the end of the day, I'm single and you're married. So maybe, that's why you are.
It's a little egotistical.
That's why you're loved by others, and I love by myself. So maybe it's not the best advice I could give you.
That's awful advice.
Yeah, dude, I bought the Dungeons and Dragons book for myself. And, this is what
Then you gave it to a stranger, huh? For the holidays, huh?
Okay, so look, Slacks and I have been talking about how to do a Dungeons and Dragons game for a long time. But the problem is that neither of us like doing math. And Dungeons and Dragons is all about doing math. Yeah. So I need to figure out, how much simpler I can make it. How can I dumb it down more, to just be easier to play?
It's a piece of cake, honestly. You just have a DM and you just make shit up. Who's gonna do the math? And what are you gonna piss off the D&D nerds? Are they gonna go onto your forum and be like, his HP? No one gives a shit. Nobody gives a shit. So you just have fun. You just have a good time. Anyway, what's new with you, Haas? How's life post TI? The DPC. Oh my God, we're not supposed to talk.
No Dota. No Dota. We're not talking about
Dota.
No.
That is all life. I do.
It's a life.
I don't give a shit about my life.
I can tell you how I'm trying to get 6 normies to play Dungeons and Dragons with me. So I'm going to be the DM. I can tell you how my New Year resolution is stop being a lazy 37-year-old. And I've been trying to go to the gym every day and play sports. Let's see how this lasts. And I don't know. Life is good. Still in Bangkok. I've been here for a month already. And it's really fun.
Over there?
It's a fun place. When I work in OG, I have to wake up very early. When I was in LA, 4 a.m. And I hate the cold. And Bangkok is awesome. So all those things put together. I came here for a month in September and I came back for Christmas. It's really fun.
Oh, that sounds awesome. Yeah. Well, I don't do anything but play Dota. So I'm just in a basement. I don't know. I don't go outside.
You've been playing a lot lately?
Oh, you have no idea. This is the prime time. This is when everyone's done with their stupid cavern crawl and they're actually playing their heroes and stuff. Oh, it's a good time. It's perfect time.
Are you streaming or are you playing just for fun?
It's kind of offensive. It's kind of offensive to ask if I'm streaming. What if I was? What if I was grinding every day, 15 hours a day, and you're like, do you do that?
You will have a perfect opportunity to plug in your stream and get our wonderful followers to say, well, I actually did not know that Slacks was streaming. And then I will ask you
Don't follow my stream.
What times you normally play, and then you can plug it there. You see, this is all set up for success. If you let
I don't want to plug nothing. If you're watching the OG show, don't watch my stream, all right? Get away from me. Unfollow. Okay. No, but I don't know. I'm loving Dota right now. I'm having a good time playing. It's the post-TI grind right here. But I don't know. I've been playing some other games, I've been dabbling. But I'm just kind of on the nothing much. Just like that 40K Dark Tide game. I like that shit a lot. Just this mindless shooter nonsense, other garbage. But yeah, I mean, I'm sorry. I don't know what else I literally play Dota like 12 hours a day every day. I haven't been outside in a long time. I'm not even a good father. I don't even talk to my kid. It's his birthday today. He was born today. I don't even
remember.
Care.
I remember.
I played like 6 games today. I don't do anything else. What am I going to talk to you about on the podcast? What are we talking about? Politics or the world, the issues? I mean, I only know Dota, my friend.
Well, I was gonna say maybe I should have really looked for another guest, but I thought that we could
no
pull it
shit.
through, I thought we could pull it through regardless of it. So unfortunately, I haven't played.
Let's go.
I played one game of Dota since TI. One game of Dota since TI. Because I was like, oh, I really want to get the Arcana. And then I play one game. I'm like, I just don't like playing games. I like playing mini games. I like playing Sans Fan's mini game, and all those other things.
Jesus, so, I don't know why I come on these things. You piss me off, man.
Right now, I'm rethinking this whole episode.
Suns fans game. He won't even let me play that. He won't let me have access to that because I don't like you. Yeah, he doesn't. Those games make me too stressed out. I don't like single player games like that because if I lose, the onus is on me. I'm the stupid one. There's no one to blame. There's no toxicity to be had. I can't deal with that.
I see.
It's like Command and Conquer, StarCraft. I can't play that
I love those games.
How do you deal with the psychological pain knowing that you're an idiot? Like, what happens when you lose 9 games of a row in StarCraft and you're just like, well, I guess I'm stupid. I mean,
I would say that I have to face my own stupidity in a daily basis, so I'm quite used to it. When I'm watching the boys play, I was like, yeah, Jakiro will be great in this game. No, it wouldn't. But I think no, don't talk.
That's okay. I mean, that's different. You're trying to talk about drafts with the boys, the OG boys. I mean, it's nonsense.
No, I've been forbidden to do that a long time ago. long time ago. No. This is not a possibility. Sometimes hours after the draft, in a very random conversation, I could ask, "Well, do you think that DK would have worked?" No.
Get out.
No, but thank you for trying.
Not even for creative thought processes. They don't even like that. I mean,
I think they look at me like, I'm like, oh my God, the chair just spoke. I didn't know the chair had a feedback. Nah, they're awesome. But it's just educational, it's like I'm a muggle and they're trying to explain it to me. So yeah, dude, you said that you've been playing games, and I mean, is it cold out there? Probably, right? Or you're living?
Probably. I don't go out there. I mean, it's
really, you are like that DJing part of your year.
Yeah, I mean, listen, bro. A real story. One time in my old apartment, I went out to my car. I opened up the door. It was the first time I went outside of my car. I opened it up, and there were bees everywhere. There was like a beehive in the car. Yes, bees.
They created a hive around your car.
In the car door. So I slammed the car door. I went back inside. The next time I went to that car door, the beehive was dead. An entire civilization passed between 2 times that I went outside. You have no idea what a degen I am. So yes, I mean, it's cold out there. The U.S. is having some kind of cold wave or something. It's like negative temperatures, global warming, if you will, the end times, if you will. It's over, bro. I couldn't tell though. I mean, hook me up to the VR and put me in the Matrix. I don't give a shit what's going on out there.
That's it. Are you ready for the world inside the game, like the Ready Player One? You ready?
We're already in it, bro. According to Elon, do you believe in that though? Do you believe in that? Do you think that we're in the grand simulation? No. Come on.
No, I don't.
What do you mean no? Why haven't we found aliens then, huh?
So you think that we are in a simulation? That's what
I'm just asking questions. I'm not saying anything. I'm just asking questions. All right.
Wow.
How come there ain't no aliens?
There's gonna be some kind of weird out there publication. CEO of OG says we actually have found aliens.
This is not a gotcha moment. It's just like, listen.
So you want to know what I think about us finding aliens and living in a simulation?
No, about reality. Do you think we're in a simulation or not? That's my question to you.
I don't understand enough that question to have a form opinion. Is simulation?
So you just think I'm real? Is that what you're saying? You think that I'm a real person? I mean,
you're weird, but you're real.
So all these things that have happened to you throughout your entire life is just coinky things. You think that some poor asshole out there is, in a pit right now digging for diamonds and shit, and he just got a bad straw, but not you. You think you just lucked out? Like, this isn't all predetermined? Someone's not pulling the string?
So do you think this is my simulation then?
Yes.
Just mine. And all of you guys are NPCs to my simulation?
It's true.
Okay.
How can you disprove it? Huh?
You can't.
How can you disprove
it?
Go ahead.
Well, viewers, thank you so much for joining the Monkey Business Show.
All right, no.
We're going to try next week again.
I'll tell you something for real. I had a conversation with OD Pixel, and he was really into this stuff a few years ago, back in Omega League. And he was talking to me about... You
saying this right now is still part of my simulation.
Yeah. But
so this is not OD Pixel simulation, believing there is a simulation. There is a JMR simulation where OD Pixel believes that there is a simulation.
You ever play The Witcher, bro? It's the same. You're on a side quest of a side quest, okay? I'm telling you, this is deep lore backstory for your simulation.
Okay,
anyway, he was telling me that he firmly believes, in the theory that he will never die. That is what he said. He said that the universe exists in a multiverse, and every time that he dies, his consciousness goes over to another one that doesn't, and in his lifetime, they will discover a way for humanity to always live, and he will never die. And that is it. That is his universal view.
Correct, but remember,
and every time you get
that is his universal view inside of my simulation.
Inside of your simulation, that's what he thinks. Now, do you think that's how it works? Wink, wink. In your simulation.
Well, I will take it as far as I can. Okay.
Okay.
If we were all in the Matrix, the best way to make us believe that there is no Matrix is by making a movie about Matrix. So next time anybody says, yo, there is a Matrix there, we can be like, yo, bro, you've been drinking too much. Eh? So it's perfect to create a mockery of the simulation and put it right in front of the people's faces for them to not believe it.
Did you see the new Matrix movie? That was literally the plot. I watched it on a plane. It was awful. It was
not good. Dude, Matrix 1 was the movie that I've seen more times in the cinema. I saw it like 7 or 9 times when I was a kid. And I was mind blown because that was like the first time that I could hear like the themes behind me, But the last Matrix, poor.
Just
poor
awful.
Matrix.
Just awful. Feel bad for Keanu getting roped into that one. But yeah. So you just think that reality is what it is? There's no multiverse where every time you die, you get deja vu and your consciousness transfers, or you don't think that it's a simulation? You're just, we living in the normal universe, huh?
Yeah, I don't know if that makes me more simple or more cynic or just more, let's say, accountable for what I do. I don't really think anything else besides that. We have a specific amount of time and let's try to do the best we can for this time.
Wow.
Is that simple?
That's cool.
Do you rather just feel about there's something
beautiful.
Bigger outside and like you gotta be nice because in the future somebody will be judging you for being nice?
Nah, I'm not motivated by other people judging me. Although I do think that in the last moments of your life, when the brain is like going out, it flashes the euphoria and drugs up everything. I don't know. You ever been in a near-death experience before? Like for real?
I nearly drowned as a kid once.
Yeah. Did you get that thing where like your life flashed before your eyes?
Not in that time. No.
Oh, okay.
But
I'm glad you made it, by the way.
Thank you. And I didn't get scared of water, which is good because I love water. But besides that, I don't know. I mean, there was moments where I was very sick in the hospital for specific punctual moments. But no, did you have like a nearly death experience?
Yeah, I've had a couple, and it's like
a couple.
That thing. Yeah,
what
that thing. I don't know.
How do you have a couple?
You just like trip or something. It's
tripping
like cool.
out of a cliff or tripping out of a building?
No, I was just like walking down a mountain and I fell and I like tripped and I caught myself and like my hands went down and there was this rock that was like super sharp. Ooh. And it was like 1 inch. Like I was done.
Are you sure it didn't hit you a few times, like on the side of the head?
If it did, it would make a lot more sense. But I had one of those where it's like your life, like they say, it flashes before your eyes.
Really?
I always thought that was super interesting. Back when I was studying neuroscience, as one of my teachers, he thought that we died every night. That's what he thinks. Because just like a computer, when you go to
kids
sleep,
to bed, it would be great. Goodbye, little Timmy. I know you will die tonight, but tomorrow I'll see you. Okay.
Well, that's what he said.
I'm gonna go to school together. You do your homework. You have to do your homework before you die tonight.
The brain is like a computer, right? Okay. When you shut off the computer, it still has power going to it, but it's off. And when you turn it on, I mean, some things might change and stuff. Is it the same computer when you shut it off and when you shut it off on? The computer or the brain is very much the same thing. Every time you go to sleep, you're technically dead, but you just remember the memories that you had from.
I might not be able to contest the multi-world with this one, but here you still have. you know, as a neuroscience, that there's still waves in your brain, which shows that you're not off, you're standby.
Yeah, but are those waves the same you, or are they just carrying over information from yesterday? I mean, it's.
But you know that those waves also means that you still have some level of cognitive dissonance when you are sleeping.
Yeah.
You're not completely gone. So you're gonna scare all the viewers,
I'm not
Kids,
scaring the
you
viewers.
Die every night. The Baba Yaga goes to you and kills you every night. And if you're worried that there is a monster after your bed, it's just because there is one.
It ain't like that. It ain't like that. It's about seizing every day. What does your life matter if you die every night? Just live every day like you want. Like what? Who cares? It's all about the joy of life, in those moments.
Okay, so now I feel there's something that I can actually add so I'm 37. Right. How old are you? Slacks right now? How old are you?
I'm not gonna share that on your effing podcast. Come on, bro.
Google it.
I'm not gonna. Don't Google me, bro. Don't tell people my age. I'm bald and I'm married and I have a kid. Things are working really against me as a person who plays video games for a living. Don't.
Dude, it's about to be your birthday.
Oh, what the F? What do you know where I live to?
I do.
That's a really messed
January
up
15th is your birthday. So
bro, you're actually dossing me right now. What are you doing? Don't do
it's
this.
On your Wikipedia.
My Wikipedia? You're looking at the wrong website, all right? That's a private... My Wikipedia is a private thing for people that pay money.
Wikipedia, much better name. But it's
my Licky is not for you unless you pay $10 a month, okay?
So I would say that time for me has passed differently in different parts of my life.
Ooh.
There was a part of my life that time went by really slow, and then a part of my life that time went really fast, and then it's flying. Right now, it's freaking flying.
Mm-hmm.
I think when I was in school and there was like so much study and so many things to do and so many homework, and maybe I didn't enjoy everything that I was doing with tests and exams and all that, time was slow. I was like, oh, dude, another year before I can drive. Oh, another year before university. And it's like, but now days kind of like just merge with each other. I was like, oh my God, it's already January. It felt like it was only last January and I was there. So just time flies. I don't know. Do you feel like that?
Absolutely. But that's science. That's just life, about time travel?
No, Jake. What about time travel?
All right, let me tell you about this. Now, this is real. When you walk by...
Mm-hmm.
When you walk by big things, time slows down?
That's a theory of gravity compresses.
Oh, that shit ain't a theory, baby. Okay? I explain a black hole unless you talk about that. You go next to a big building, time goes down a little bit. You're near something with a bigger mass. That's interstellar, baby.
That's the whole thing of interstellar, yeah.
That's the whole thing. You're on the outside of the black hole. The gravity is so intense. It's slower for you and faster than everybody else. And as we get older and fatter and taller, our gravity, time starts to, wig out from when...
But you say it's slowing down, but for me, it's going faster. You see, so your theory just fell through. Okay, so I have a question for you. Now that you have a kid, do you perceive time differently? Because you can see the kid growing like daily, They change.
It's weird. I mean, they change quick. It's like he's 2 as of today. So it's wild. It's wild to see how much of your time you've wasted. I'll say that. I mean, this little guy was like fit in my hand. And I feel like 2 years was like 2 months ago. He's huge now. So yeah, I mean, what can you do? But a lot of that, though, I think for my childhood at least, it was just a lack of any kind of opportunity, right? I mean, those summer days where you're out of school and you're like, geez, when is school going to start back up again? I've done nothing for like 4 weeks. I don't think kids have that anymore, bro. I mean, there's always something to do for these homies over on the computers on the PC game. We didn't have
people
that
are
shit.
overstimulated right now.
Yeah, I think it's not overstimulated. I think it's evolution, bro. I'm worried about I'm worried that my kid watches too much TV, but then I'm like, am I putting him at a disadvantage if I don't let him veg out in front of the TV? Because this is just human evolution. You think in 40 years there's going to be less stimulation? Almost every kid needs ADD to survive. I'm trying to instill it in the child.
Yeah. I mean, I don't want to be the boomer, but, I can tell the stories that when I was a kid, we didn't have phones. I still remember a generation with no phones. I didn't get my phone until I was, I say, 12 or 13. And it still was ludicrous. Like a kid with 12 years old would have a phone. Why? I had to find my friends by knocking on doors and,
Disgusting.
And remember numbers in a book and then calling them. Hey, it's my friend there. I want to go and play football. So, and right now it's like everything is so accessible. I mean, life has changed.
It's hard though, right? As a boomer now being in the new tech age, like I don't know what these people are doing on goddamn TikTok. It disgusts me. I don't want to be a part of that whole TikTok-y community. Get me out of here. But this is like the generation 10 years from now. Our kids, they're going to have the chips implanted. They're going to be seeing things without, it's just going to pop up in their retinas. They're going to have to ignore that shit. Hey, Gabe and Elon, they're into that stuff.
You think we're going to go there?
Want.
You think we're going to go to the chips, to the implant enhancing humanity, where you...
Shit, we are.
From
you kidding me?
From the wrist directly into your mind?
Hell yeah. Of course we are. Are you? Why not? Would you say, 20 years ago, you'd have a cell phone with all the bad things that it does to you now? You think...
So I go through some of these processes myself in my mind thinking, okay, what am I doing? So for example, I just bought this thing that is to work out. And
the watch,
you are like, okay, I want something to work out. Why? Because I want to have more information about myself collected from like heart rate, oxygen, yada, yada, yada.
Yeah.
Why? It's pretty simple. You just have to eat less and work out more and eat healthier. It's not really rocket science. No, but I really want to understand what my body is going through. But then it's like, okay, well, now you have to wear it all day. All right, now I can't take this off, Or it doesn't collect my information for 5 minutes. I mean, 2 days ago, I didn't even understand what this was. So yeah, anyway, that's my... Have you ever tried one of these things?
Hell no. I'm not going to hook myself up to that. I walk across the street and it scans me and puts an ad for Viagra. No, thank you. Okay. It knows too much. I don't do any of that. My wife got me one of them Google Homes. You know, that thing where you're like, hey, Google, what's the weather? All I do is fucking lie to it. Every time I walk by, I'm like, hey, Google, how do you hide a body? And, I just say random crazy shit to it so that it builds a different profile about me. Like,
so I would say first, I'm sure the FBI has already a profile on you. So I'm glad that we know.
Well, I change it up. I'm like, hey, Google, how do you cook stroganoff? And then I get stroganoff ad.
Second is, I believe that all of this is teaching the machines. So there is one machine there that is learning from you. Imagine little Jimmy machine that is like, okay, you're going to learn from this guy. A little Jimmy machine is not going to be very liked inside the machine world, When he comes with it, it's like, what is a stroganoff, Jimmy?
I have always said, if we just took post-game chats in Dota games and built an AI out of it, that thing would end humanity in record time. Can you imagine? The only ability it has from human interaction is post-game Dota 2 chats. We'd be flying the nukes out within like 15 minutes.
He would be, I'm sorry, you all have to go.
That's like when they were talking to me about that open AI shit. They interviewed me for that thing that they did at TI. And they went with Sumail and stuff. And they just told me about like the training algorithms on this thing. And I was like, this is awful. This is terrible. They're like, yes, the AI's been playing 10,000 years of Dota alone in a compressed time. I'm like, what the fuck is wrong with you guys? That's awful. I would wish that on anyone. No, dude. It's scary.
There's been a lot of controversy on this new AI thing that is coming out, especially with the art, because the art, maybe it's just because of one that I'm closer to it, is that the art can replicate algorithmically. It can replicate art from other people in their own style. In a way, is like, copying and stealing from these artists. There's a lot of videos online about it.
But how do you feel about that? What's your take? What's your take?
I feel really bad for the artists always, because they are trying to create something and they have a voice and they have a style of how they perceive the world that they have created that is authentic to them. And then a machine can just look at their art and say, I can do this. I can be you. You know, you're replaceable. Then a machine can be the Slacks that we have right now. So Slack is not needed. Then the machine can be, I don't know, the actors that we like, the singers that we like, and creation becomes different. Creation is about to change. Creativity is about to change.
All right, now you're going to not believe me, but I disagree. Okay? How do you think the world feels about the artist stealing it? Artist draws a bunch of apples. You're stealing that image, artist, from the world. That's the same thing. AI steers from you.
Are you trying to be contrarian or like you believe in this?
I'm not trying to be contrarian, honestly. Okay. Like,
so I would say that as an artist, you are a neuroscientist, but I'm a person that has a master in arts. And I would say that art is, of course, based on reality, of course, based on everything. Yeah. You draw inspiration from everything. And you are the lens that focus that art in the creative process. And then you show it or create it how you see the world. And your world is obviously based on a million things. Some of them are visual, some of them are experience. And you become the conduit, you know, into that. And that is the creative art, the creative process, you know. Obviously, you're always stealing from everywhere because you have to be inspired by some things. But by the time you put it on a paper, on a page, or on a picture, or on a painting, it's you. If somebody can just say, oh, well, you do it like that, now I can interpret it, other kind of images in the same technique. Like if I was you, it's like, oh my God. Like I'm nothing then, you know?
But to be completely serious though, like every artist is influenced by other artists from when they grow up or their lives. And they, as you said, things are implanted into the artist's human brain and they interpret things and they output a thing. AI is an artificial intelligence. Is the exact same thing. It's just someone saying, take this, put it in your brain, poop it out, and they own that brain. That's effed up.
Let me put it slightly different.
Yeah.
If you were creating art and the computer was able to create a completely different art based on the things that you're giving him, then sure, the computer is going through the creative process. But the computer now is able to say, people can say, paint this like if he painted. Okay? So imagine that, I'm going to make a perfect example. OG Pixel has a very authentic or very unique voice, which makes him very, very good at his job and makes him we all remember him. Now I want to be like, hey, I want this to sound like OG Pixel will say it. And now this machine can just recreate exactly OG Pixel without OG Pixel by, in a way, copying everything that makes us think that is OG Pixel. OG Pixel is not necessary anymore. That's it.
Well, that's it's basing it from something. So he had to exist in the first place for it to get that data. So that does.
Now I can say OG Pixel, say, good morning, Jay. Let's get your breakfast. You know, and he can hear himself like, wait a second, I never said good morning, Jay. Where is your breakfast?
Sure. But what's the issue? What is the issue?
Imagine if OG Pixel is not hired anymore because this machine is running OG Pixel commentaries.
Yeah.
This machine doesn't need to eat, doesn't need to sleep, doesn't need to...
Okay. You don't think you've seen this already?
OG Pixel, I can see that you now finally see the true colors of your friend. He is
I'm not saying this about OG Pixel.
He's trying to replace you.
You think this technology is just coming out now, is what I'm asking. You don't think like some presidential addresses have already... This is already... listen, bro. Us in the civilian sector, okay?
It's hitting the public now, you know? The public
we're hitting the public now, all right? This shit's probably been out for 20 goddamn years that people have been doing it.
I don't know, neither do you. So...
In your simulation, it has. Now, I'll just say, like, this is not going to get any better. Technology is only going to improve. Deep fakes are going to keep happening. AR art's going to keep happening. I mean, academia in itself is screwed. Have you seen these new chatbots that come out? You could say, write me a paper about this, and it will take a database of every paper that's ever been written about that and write you a college essay. How the hell are you supposed to find out that this is worthwhile or not? Now, there's two different sides of humanity. We can either fear this and say, oh no, it's over because nothing is original anymore and that AI is going to take over. Or we can say, look at how much time we saved. We've skipped over all the hard shit. I don't think people should go to school anymore for traditional memorized shit.
I can't go that path. I can't.
This is where it's going to go. It's not going to stop. You think it's going to stop? You think AI is like people are just not going to do this anymore?
But I don't. So, I mean, you know this. I know you're trying to be wild, but you know this.
I'm not trying to be wild.
But you study. You study. And by studying the things that you study, you know that you created a specific connections in your mind that allows you to process information in a specific way. It's not only about what you study in that moment, the knowledge that you acquire, but you acquire the ability to learn and to absorb information.
I agree with you on the technical skills. Like, I would not want a mechanic that's over on Google.
No, but technical
I don't want a heart surgeon.
I went to university to learn how to learn.
Yes.
Because what I used in university was not necessarily what I used in the rest of my life, but I achieved or what I gained was the ability to learn. Right. And now I get to, I'm the CEO of OG. I need to learn a bunch of things every day, but I have the ability to read and learn, reading comprehension. I have the ability to really, the cognitive process of learning. And if we continue crossing that, and I was like, okay, because you have all the answers, you don't really need to learn how to learn. We're going to be pretty boring and dull when we are old,
Yeah, that's true. But counterpoint to you, my friend, is that taking all that hard work out and just Googling whatever you want in the future and just having it all at your fingertips, think about how humanity can evolve without wasted time. What will make an artist in 100 years from now is not how unique their things and how the AI replicates it. It's how the AI can't replicate it. The diamonds in the rough, This guy is thinking of shit so crazy a computer don't even know what's going on. This is just typical evolution, brother.
I'm going back to bed and crying for
What do you mean? I'm being serious.
I don't think so.
I'm being serious.
I know that you're serious, and honestly, if that's what it comes down to, I'm not very excited about where we're going. Do you regret going to university?
Absolutely not. Absolutely not. No. And I don't use any of the shit that I learned in university. I really don't. But what I learned about is who I was, how to interact with people, what's important to me. I didn't learn anything in college. But then again, I didn't go to a technical school. And I have a lot of respect for like electricians, mechanics, people that work with real technical stuff, math. My sister's a doctor. My other sister's a robotics engineer, like crazy ass. Super smart. They needed that to learn their specialization. I needed to know who I was. That's what I went to school for, and it worked. So, no, I don't regret it at all. But I do think, bro, I don't know how to tell my son that he needs to learn math. I really don't. What is the point? What is the point of learning calculus? What if you're not going to use it? If you just say, what is 286 times 10,000?
You know what's the point of learning calculus?
What is the point? You Google it.
That you know because come on. You're neuroscience. You know exactly the answer that I'm about to give you.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter, bro.
You create a specific visualization in your mind with numbers that allows to create the images of work that you're going to be doing. And it shapes your mind. It trains your mind to do non-physical things, I don't know the word in English, but it's like there's things that you can feel and there's things that you have to do in your mind. And calculus and algebra and all of those things are not about those things that you've never probably used it. But you will always use the deductive process in your life.
You see? I see the issue here. Two different education systems, my friend. I grew up in the south of America, in the Yeehaw Floridas. Back in the American education system, they don't teach you jack. They just say memorize this. So that's my experience with
Really? It was about memorization, parroting?
The entire education system is to get you to pass the SATs, and that high score will get you into critical thinking college. So I see where this is happening now. In good countries, in good counties even in America, they teach you critical thinking skills that will help you throughout the rest of your life. The American education system is like, what's the capital of Omaha or whatever.
I didn't know it was that bad. For me, it was all
It's
critical
awful.
thinking. Critical thinking for me since I was a kid is why is shit happening. We study physics, is why is things happening. We study chemistry, why are things happening?
Exactly. No, for the American system, it's we study chemistry and it's like, what are the periodic elements? Go.
So
They don't give a shit what else you know. It's just like memorize the chart. So it's that way in some other cultures too. I think I have heard that it's very similar in like China and other.
So
Asian
I want to put
countries.
it here for anybody that is listening to the podcast. I would say about the show, write down very briefly, for me to understand what country you're from, and how is your education system? Because I didn't think that because I did my university and my master's in America. So
it's different when you make it that high.
Yeah. When you make it
that's
that high?
Like where it's like,
okay.
Yeah. Oh, I want to learn. Yeah. If you go to college, then they teach you critical thinking. But in most high school, middle school, it's just repetition and memorization.
I did high school all the way school in Spain. Then I did uni in Spain, London, and Denmark. And then I moved to the States for my master's. So I did master's in the States.
Yeah. Even like lower entry college, a lot of like undergrad is just memorization as well. But when you get to master's programs, when you get to like PhD programs, that's where they start really driving in. Do this yourself. Don't tell me what's in the book. Learn from the book. Come back with stuff from the book. That's like master's degree stuff. So I can see where the issue is coming from.
I can't. Yeah. Otherwise, if that's how it's done, then I don't know. How far do you go in your education?
Me, I got a undergrad. Nothing crazy. I was gonna go for a master's. Yeah, psych and neuro, and then I was gonna go to. I regretted the neuro, so I wanted to go into nursing after that, and then I got accepted in a nursing school, and then I made the decision to either do nursing school or do gaming. So I figured I could always go back to nursing school.
How old were you when this happened? When you have to make this predicament?
Shit, I don't know.
22, 23, somewhere there.
20s, yeah, late 20s. I stayed in college a little longer than I should have because I had to pay for it myself. So I was in college for like 5 years, 6 years.
So you were working at the same time that you were taking classes.
Oh, baby. I had 3 jobs. Are you kidding me? I was on my own money-wise since I was 12. I had to work in the cafeteria in middle school. And then, I had to pay for college all through myself. So wouldn't have it any other way.
So then I have a question for you as a father in question. If you were, let's say, wealthy enough to where your kid would not have to work, do you still would want him to go through the experience of having to work because to craft his personality?
Oh, I'd pretend like we were poor. I don't know. I grew up super poor, and I think it really made me the man that I am today. Yeah. So I don't know how you teach people. I hope I never get like super rich. I don't know why you'd wake up in the morning. I think that there's like 2 kinds of psychosis from being wealthy enough where it's like, I have to continue getting wealthy for no reason. It's just like I have everything I could ever want, but I would need more. That's unhealthy. And then there's like, you just start giving away because you don't know what the F to do. So if I didn't have a job, if things were, a little like, I should probably work. I don't know why I'd get out of bed. I just play Dota every day.
Oh, you get out of bed?
What I do anyway. So, at least now when I spend 16 hours a day on Dota, I can say, I'm working, sweetie. So I can make that work in my brain. But yeah, I don't know. If I was rich, if I like won the lottery, my kids wouldn't see any of it. Fuck them.
You have to tell your kids, I'm rich. It's not that we are rich. I'm rich,
Oh, yeah, me. No one else gets that. No. How about you? Would you like, give the trust fund to the kiddo or whatever?
I had a peculiar childhood because we were okay. We were middle class, and then my parents divorced, and then 2 salary income became a 1 salary income, and then we had it rough for a few years, and then we went back to being okay. And some of those moments where it was rough, it was between, let's say, 5 to 12. So I've seen some
those rough times. Very formative.
Yeah. And I am very happy that I had that. But also, in a way, I'm very lucky that I had doting and loving parents. So, yeah, I mean, I had, let's say, trouble, but with support. Unfortunately, not everybody gets the support, So, if you get shit, but not help to deal with the shit, then your life is much worse than mine. But I do like that I have been taught from my parents to have a humble and frugal life, meaning not spending money. And to this day, my favorite things in life are still cheap or free. Is put me on a beach, give me a book, and just leave me alone for the next 5 hours, and I am the happiest guy in the world. I take a backpack and I'm gonna in Bangkok and say this direction, and for 5 hours I'm gonna walk straight, no matter where I go, for 5 hours straight. And you go from one neighborhood to another neighborhood to another neighborhood to another neighborhood, and then when I get there, I'm like, okay, let's find out how to get home. There's no planning.
Jesus.
So I get to see sometimes poverty. I get to see sometimes different ways of living, and I get to interact and talk. I talk to everybody. It's like you. I talk to everyone. So I get to hear their stories. And I like more that than going to a chat or like having a fancy Instagram photo,
Well, sure. I mean, those people are animals. But I will say, though, that I am very happy. There is a point. They say that money doesn't give you happiness. That's bullshit. Back in my life, 90% of my life was a panic attack of how I'm going to pay rent.
That's true.
How the hell am I going to pay rent this month? I'm going to die. I'm going to get kicked out. When you finally have enough money where you're not constantly thinking about money, you can truly be happy.
That's the point. That's the point.
If you get too much, though, okay, you're just going to be miserable.
For me, I always wanted the money where I don't have to think about how I'm going to pay for things. That's it.
Right.
Yeah. The basic things.
That's the sweet spot.
The basic things. It's like, can I have an apartment? Can I have a computer? Can I have a phone? And can I have food? Yes. Can I take care of my parents? Yes. Okay, we're good. We're good.
We call that the Maslow's hierarchy of needs right there. The old triangle, shelter, safety, not having to pay for rent. And make your way up until you reach self-actualization, the tip of the pyramid. You know what that is?
No, what is it?
All right. So Maslow, right? He makes this theory about humans and why they motivate. What gets them out of bed in the morning. At the bottom of the pyramid, the most basic stuff, safety, Then you move up to shelter. Then you move up to happiness. And then you keep going until you reach the pinnacle, the toppest of human evolution psychologically. And it's called the self-actualization. And it means where you're so happy with where you are in your world that you don't give a shit anymore. You're self-actualized. You don't care about how you look. You don't care about what other people think about you. You don't care about anything because you're just a happy person. And he said examples of these are from a lot of very famous people, like Einstein looked like a fucking crazy person, Lincoln is this big gangly psychopath with a big ass hat. He doesn't give a shit anymore. These are examples of people that have made it. They have actualized. And I do believe in that. Yeah.
Maslow sounds like a narcissist, but it's okay.
Hey, every psych degree is, my friend. If you're not, that's why I got out of it. As much, I love psychology, but you got to be a real freak to think you can tell people how to live their lives. You got to think that you got it all going on, right?
I always realize when we're doing these episodes, I was like, okay, how much do people understand? Because we have different group of people with different understandings of English, and then we do subtitles. So yeah, the narcissism is when you think that you love yourself a little bit too much, You think that you are higher than other beings and other people around because, I went to university, They didn't. Therefore, I should be able to tell them what to do.
Okay. It's different. Self-actualization is not putting yourself at a pedestal against others. It's the complete, I don't give a shit what anyone thinks about me personally. And I don't give a shit about anybody else. It's just, I'm happy. This is where I am in the world. There's a clear distinction. I would like to make that.
Okay.
So, yeah. It's not looking down on others. It's just saying, who gives a shit? And I don't know. It's a good place to be.
Yeah. I mean, you better be... It's just hard to love someone, that is just not interested in being part of this social experiment.
Do I need people to love me?
I do.
Not particularly.
It's very funny because you spend a lot of your life getting people to love you.
I mean,
So
it's kind of like a game, you know.
you go around events, and everybody that comes to you and said, "Hey, hello," you're like, "Hey, how are you?"
Well, that's because it's not about me.
But if you didn't care about them loving you, you'll be like, well, "Leave me alone. Do you know who I am? I'm Slacks.
I mean,
who are you, peasant?" You know,
no, it's not about me though. I'm that way because I'm around people that like the things that I like.
Okay.
You know, we share a very common interest. We both love video games.
They share trauma. We talk about it.
Exactly. I mean, if they were there because they like me, I don't understand that. I don't particularly like me. We don't share that common interest. I don't like me. Why do they like me?
Okay, well, we had to cut a few topics out of this for both of us to still have a career and friends and families that love us. How do we wrap this up? For me, I would say one more year here, 2023, still working with my friends and still here with you, Jake. And, always excited. I will always try to be optimistic about life. I feel optimistic. How about you?
That's great. 2023, my friends. It can't get worse than 2022. Try 2023. Keep your heads up out there. Keep on going. It's only going up. All right? If you're still alive, it's only going to get better. So big, bright smiles out there. Become the person that you want to be. Self-actualize. And finally, rank up in Dota. This is the year, baby. This is the year. So many new, stupid people are in there trying to claim their arcanas they haven't played in years. Ranked, baby. I know you can do it. Get it, baby. There you go.
Well, you heard it here from the man, Jake. Thank you so much. Like always, I know it's a little bit late for you, but I appreciate the time. And dude, happy New Year, and I hope to see you soon. Okay,
Happy New Year. Happy New Year. Bye.
Thank you so much, everybody. Bye bye.